Call the regular council meeting for the corporation of the town of Cobalt to order on August 20th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof.
I do.
Okay, and so do I on, 12.1. Public meetings, there are none. Or deputations, delegations, there are none. Adoption of meeting agenda. We have an amendment to the agenda.
Yes, Your Worship. Staff has recently received some new information, actually in the last 24 hours, and wishes to defer item 7.7, which is a staff report, bylaw 2024-33 amendment number 3 to user fee bylaw 2023-33, as well as 10.4 is the amendment number 3 to the user fee bylaw. We'd like to defer to the next meeting due to the new information that we received.
So be it resolved that council approve the agenda of the regular, amended agenda of the regular meeting dated August 20th, 24 as presented.
I wanted to address that. I can't vote for it because item 8.1, council vacancy, council is being asked to use a ballot procedure in the voting, and that is expressly forbidden by the municipal act and by our procedural policy.
Well, that's it's being done by lots of other municipalities.
Your Worship, we came across this process was used in 2019 for the council vacancy. Currently, staff doesn't have a proper council vacancy policy, which we are developing at this time.
We just didn't do ballots last time.
Well, except that that's strictly prohibited by those, the act and our policy. Can't do it. It's illegal.
Well, I beg to differ because we've come across it from another municipality where they actually do ballots, but we can do a vote instead. All the same procedure, but without the ballots, we'll vote.
If you drop the ballots, then it's fine, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll vote. Okay, back to the agenda. Draft motion, be it resolved that council approve the agenda of the regular meeting dated August 20th, 2024 as presented with the amendments. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Anderson and Councillor Hunter. Any further discussion on the agenda? Okay, all in favor? Carried. 6, adoption of previous council minutes. Draft motion, be it resolved that council approve the following minutes as presented. Regular meeting of council, July 23rd, 2024. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Anderson, Councillor Starchuk. Any errors, omissions in the minutes? Okay, all in favor? Carried. Okay, 7, staff reports. Be it resolved that council accept the staff reports as presented. Need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Hunter and Councillor Hughes. Okay, so discussion. We got 7.1 Public Works, July 17th, August 13th, 2024. Any clarification required? 7.2 Animal Control.
There was
No animal control report. That's why there's no date there. 7.3 Bylaw Enforcement, July 2024. Any clarification required? None. Okay. 7.4 Cobalt Public Library Minutes. There were none. 7.5 Staff Report 2024-08-2001, Bylaw 2024-30, 2024 Fire Truck Adventure. Any clarification required on that?
May I speak on that?
Yep.
We are just in the final stages of finalizing our loan with Infrastructure Ontario. What is required now is a bylaw for it to continue. The debenture loan, since we were quoted earlier this year, was 4.7. Since then, it has dropped to a 4.41. And also, therefore, it would be down semi-annually of almost $700.
And the first payment comes out when?
March of 2025.
Okay.
So
Do we have an idea of when the truck will be ready?
I have been in contact with them, with the distributor. Once this is completed, we're looking at finalizing everything first week of September. So once that's completed, I'll be in touch with the company as well as Chief Hearn to finalize a date to bring it up.
So it's made, like they don't have to make it.
No, it's waiting for us.
Waiting for us. Okay. 7.6, staff report 2024-08-2002, bylaw 2024-32, Silverland Cemetery Operations bylaw. Any clarification required on the staff report?
Your worship, on that. Under the BAO, which is the Bereavement Authority of Ontario, there are certain rules and regulations to go by for owner, and therefore what is required is the bylaw being brought forward at that time. They need to provide a diagram of the columbarium, key map, each numbering system, number of details, so all that's covered in the bylaw.
So all in favor of this, accepting the staff reports? Okay, carried. Items for council consideration, 8.1, council vacancy. Draft motion, be it resolved that the following individuals who have signified in writing they're legally qualified to hold office and consented to accept the office if they're appointed to fill the vacancy, be considered for appointment to fill such vacancy. Need a mover and a seconder? Councillor Anderson? And Councillor Startup? Okay, discussion. I'll start this off. The applicants in alphabetical order based on their last name are Gary Bigelow, Rennie Lafleur, Stephen Ward. Appointment to council selection process. Each applicant in alphabetical order based on their last name will be given 2 minutes to address council and the audience to outline why they should be selected to serve on council. Upon hearing all the submissions of the candidates, council will then proceed with a vote. Okay. So I'll first invite Gary Bigelow.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm thanking you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. I have many years of council training, and I think there's only maybe two at this table that could possibly be the same amount of time or maybe more time involved in this. I've been past chair from the council on the works department. And so the aspects of the works department, I'm very well knowledgeable of. The equipment, I'm knowledgeable of because I operated most of that type of equipment. So with the years of experience of being on council, you know, and the knowledge that I've gained over the years of equipment, I understand the works department very, very much. So also, I was not involved in the water commission. Now, that water commission has never died. And what's happening now is the knowledge I have would help this council, especially on the water commission. So I was involved with John Gore back then, and some of the aspects of what's going on today with the rules, I was involved in helping. So having said that, there are several people at the present time trying to sneak in the back door at the Water Commission. And that's very touchy. To me, the water and Cobalt is our only big asset we have, and it has got to be protected. Now, I noticed when a building came down in Cobalt, and the building inspector was there, he had drones. People are swimming in your water right now. They're kayaking and boating, fishing. I've seen them, but there's nothing you can do unless you're going to have somebody of importance like the building inspector or have to go up with the drone.
Okay, your time's up, Gary, sorry. Your time's up. Yeah, 2 minutes, sorry. Thank you. Renee Lafleur.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. I was one of the ones that had 135 votes. Okay, and we know that. I was not next in line, it was someone else. I've been in this town for 20 years, and I've learned to really love it. I want to stay. I want to be part of this town, and I've tried. Okay. I drove trucks for over 40 years and always came back home. I was the president of our Legion, branch 44, and through COVID, and I kept it alive. I'm persistent. I don't give up. Okay. I live near the water. I'm the first one to get water. My concern, many. I haven't seen any kayaks, as someone mentioned. I haven't seen anybody fishing or going up there. I've seen children going to fish along the shore. How do you tell a child, oh, you can't fish? It's a really touchy subject. As long as they clean up their mess, I figure, that's okay, but maybe not. That's up to our decisions, right? I've volunteered for many different things in this town and willing to keep pushing forward. I don't give up. That's my main thing. I don't give up. I keep trying. I've tried for 4 different terms to turn around and get on council. And I'll come close, but just miss it by 1, maybe 2, or a few more votes. And I'd really like to have the opportunity to vote, to be with you people, and to actually help this town. I really like this town. That's all I have to say. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you, Renee. Stephen Ward.
Good evening to all, ladies and gentlemen. Brief introduction. I've lived here in Cobalt with my amazing wife for almost 5 years. I have 3 grown children here and 1 son out west. Let's just say I have a pile of grandchildren and great-granddaughter. I worked out west and around the world as a chef and retired in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. After my last position as executive chef in Newfoundland and Labrador on the Muskrat Falls Dam project, but we decided to move back here to be closer to my family because they are very important to me. I'm an active, I'm active in the community as a Legion member and as a member of the Golden Age Club. So why do I want to be on the town council? Over the years, I've worked in both the public and private industries. I simply want to assist with the growth and development of this very unique town. There needs to be safety and security for the seniors as well. Basically, let's just say a reason for the younger people to stay or to even want to stay in the town of Cobalt. I would like to help work towards creating more opportunity for employment, both part-time as well as full-time. I've always tried to learn, teach, and lead by example all through my life and work skills. In closing, I just want to say I am always a very positive person. I love to set and accomplish new goals and ideas. I love a challenge, and I am a great team player who always likes to think outside of the box. I have the time as well as the commitment to assist this town to help it maintain a small and friendly town feeling. Thank you all kindly for this.
much, Stephen. Okay, so I'll just go over how we're gonna do this, just so everybody's fresh in their mind, even though I know everybody can read. Each member of council will vote. This is gonna change it. How are we gonna do this? Sorry, change plans.
As Councilor Wilcox said,
We'll call each of the name and we'll, by show of hands, vote.
yeah, and that what was brought forward in here is one member, each member of council will be able to vote once. For the initial, for one of the three. And then after that, there's the tie.
How are we gonna do it if we're doing it as a vote though?
As a tally. You can tally if you. Only. Here you can only
Okay.
vote once.
Okay, so I'm gonna call out the names, and if you're for that person, yeah, sorry. I'll call out the names, and if you're gonna vote for that person, you can put up your hand, and we'll record it. He declared a conflict.
He's not voting at all?
Not with the declaring a conflict. So, and you can only vote once in the first round. Okay, so Gary Bigelow. Okay. Rennie LaFleur. Okay, and Stephen Ward. Okay, Rennie LaFleur. One for Gary Bigelow, 3 for Rennie LaFleur, and 1 for Stephen Ward.
I move that we make it unanimous.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You can move it, doesn't mean we'll vote for it.
Unanimous vote.
Okay, Rennie, welcome to council. We'll swear you in at the next meeting. Okay. If you reach out to Steve, he'll let you know the date of the next meeting and time. Okay. Can you
September 17th.
get Gary Hughes back in,
I
please,
certainly will.
so we can participate in the rest of the meeting? Oh, sorry. We have to vote again? Oh, sorry. It's kind of after the fact, isn't it? But anyway, all in favor of the procedure that we use? Hey, carried. Okay. Sometimes procedure doesn't make sense. You got to do it. Items for council information, 9.1, Councillor Hughes, library update.
Okay, not much there. Just wanted to let you know that we have a new CAO. She just started a week or two ago. Molly's leaving us. She was a lot of help, and it was wonderful to have her. We also have a fundraiser dinner coming up the end of September. So there'll be a little table there with some, I guess, auction items or something, eh? Or, yeah. We're in the process of figuring all that out. We have like a beef stew and a dinner at the Golden Age Club.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have a date for that?
29th, I believe. I didn't want to say for sure, but I think it's 29th.
Okay. Councillor Wilcox?
And here is the name of the new CEO.
Bonnie,
Name of the CAO?
Monty Mendyke. His name's Monty Mealdyke, Mendyke, or Mealdyke, something like that.
Really good. Small town.
Yeah, I just met her at the one side of the meeting.
I met with her the other day. She's nice. Sounds like she knows what she's doing.
All of Molly's hard work was definitely appreciated,
Well, fantastic.
and Molly's got very good things to say about Bonnie. So I'm sure it'll move forward in a very good manner. 9.2, Counselor Anderson, Medical Board update?
Okay, I met with, I'm now part of the Tamami Medical Center and Family Health Team Board in the last few months, and I haven't found exactly when it's happened, but I've known about it for a few months now. They have a very good medical center with lots of people there, and they finally got the funding and the permissions and everything to bring in Cobalt Medical Center and Latchford Medical Center in under the umbrella of them. So that means their whole practice and the number of different therapists and everything that are available have expanded. So in doing this, they asked both Coleman and Latchford, or Cobalt and Latchford, for to supply one council member as board members. So just before our last council meeting, that's where two of us were on Zoom because we both had council meetings that night. So the over the last few months, the teams have joined. They have the doctors from each of the teams, nurse practitioners, nurses, respiratory therapists, mental health workers, psychotherapists, occupational therapists, dietitians, pharmacists, all these things that they can now handle in-house within the three practices. You can have, for these other people, you can have both a virtual or an in-person appointment with them. So it's really expanded out how we're going to be looked after medically now in this area. And then they're looking at filling in, I think, from the other areas that don't, there's still people that don't have a doctor. Well, I know our doctor Scott has given lots and lots of time for any Cobalters that don't have a doctor, to get down there and sign in and that kind of thing. So they will be filling out the practice even more. But I was quite impressed reading through their annual report and all the different things that they have accomplished over the last few years. And it's very impressive. So I'm really glad that our two medical teams, like from Cobalt and Cobalt and Latchford, have been able to join in and benefit from it. We started out the last meeting that the two council members were at, started out with their annual general meeting and then into the regular meeting. And we will get to know the other people that are on the board. It was a little hard to hear. So next time, hopefully it's not the same night as council meeting. We can both join them in person, but I'm very, very excited for this. Really, really expanded out the medical assets that we're going to have now, have available to all of us, so in many ways.
And I'd also like to point out that the Cobalt Clinic now has the three doctors, Dr. Besner, Dr. Megan Harvey, and Dr. Steven Sears.
Oh, good.
So was also part of this expansion.
Yeah, I didn't know about another new doctor in there. Yeah, it was just Dr. Godden from Tamagami was at the meeting, and I assume on the board. but none of the others were there, so.
Okay, very good. Any questions for Pat to take back to the medical board? Okay. Okay, 9.3, Aqua Quarter 2, 2024 Operations Report. The report is part of your package. Is there any clarification required on that? Okay. Be it resolved that council accept the items for council information as presented. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Hughes. Councillor Anderson. Any further discussion? All in favor? Carried. 10, bylaws and agreements. 10.1, bylaw 2024-30 fire truck debenture. Pertains to staff report 2024-08-20-01. Draft motion, be it resolved that bylaw 2024-30 being a bylaw to authorize borrowing upon amortizing debentures in the principal amount of $605,500 towards the cost of the fire truck purchase be taken as read a first, second, and third time and finally passed this 20th day of August 2024. And further, that said bylaw be signed and sealed by the mayor and clerk. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Wilcox, Councillor Starchuk, any discussion on the bylaw? All in favor? Carried. 10.2, bylaw 2024-31, Pippin Waste Management 2025-2030 contract. 5-year contract. Draft motion, be it resolved that bylaw 2024-31 being a bylaw to authorize the execution of a 6-year contract with Pippin Waste Management for the collection and removal and disposal of refuse as per the attached quote of $9,018.91 plus HST monthly from January to March 2025 and $4,509.46 plus HST per month from April 2025 to December 31st, 2025, and a CPI increase annually be read a first, second, third time and finally passed this 20th day of August 2024. And further, that the said bylaw be signed and sealed by the mayor and clerk. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Wilcox, Councillor Hunter, any discussion on the bylaw? All in favor? Carried. 10.3. Bylaw 2024-32, Silverland Cemetery Operations. Staff Report 2024-08-20-02. Whereas council received staff report 2024-08-20-02 recommending the adoption of the Silverland Cemetery Operations Bylaw. Therefore, be it resolved that bylaw 2024-32 being a bylaw to establish rules, regulations, and tariff rates for the Silverland Cemetery be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed this 20th day of August 2024. And further, that the said bylaw be signed and sealed by the mayor and clerk. A mover and a seconder. Councillor Starchuk, Councillor Anderson. Any discussion on the bylaw?
I just want to thank Shirley Gilston for all the work that she's done on this and for her years of volunteering to keep the cemetery going.
Exactly. Yes.
Anything else? I'll second that. All in favor? Carried. 11, unfinished business. There is none. 12. This is Pat. You want to?
Okay, don't we have the user fees one first?
No, that was deferred.
Oh, wait, sorry. Yep. Okay.
All right. I declared conflict, so I have to step out.
New business, 12.1, schedule of accounts. Be it resolved that council receives the following schedules as presented. Schedule number 2024-14 in the amount of $188,337.95. Schedule number 2024-15 in the amount of $139,281.05. Mover and seconder? Counselor. Pardon?
Councilor Hunter and who's
Who's seconding?
If it doesn't get seconded, it'll die.
Questions?
Yeah, I was looking at Tech Park, trees for Tech Park. $2,743.43, but I was asking, there was supposed to be like a shade apparatus or something.
This is still from the previous grant, the previous year toward the walking trail.
Oh, okay.
And that we had some leftover money that we carried over in the budget to this year, and that would be covering for that.
Okay. So did they put new trees in, or is there new trees also there now?
Yeah, they put trees all around.
When did they do that?
About 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago, so this is new. So the apparatus, that apparatus thing's separate, different thing, right? The shade.
Yeah, that is separate.
So where is it up?
I mean, that was under the Timiskaming Health.
Is it up yet?
They're actually putting poles up as we speak.
Oh, so it's not done yet.
Yeah, we do have a shade itself in. And we're just on that, is for a tree there as well.
Okay.
Oh.
You're on a roll.
I was just curious of the fire museum downside.
Yeah.
I noticed as the work I was kind of monitoring as I drive by during it, and I noticed that debris, they didn't take all the debris out of there, and it seemed to be like, is that because in case no one can fall? Is that to this?
What's gonna happen is they're gonna level out. We're waiting until the work was done to the side of the building and finish off and have a gradual come down on
Oh,
it.
there's going to be a graduate because it's for someone could fall from
That's why it's still fenced off at this time.
That's what I thought.
Safety precautions.
Because I wondered, they're not taking it all out, all that stuff, and they're just kind of making it up. So
We do have a contractor now for the side of the building that we're looking at next week.
okay, yeah, I just wanted.
We had to wait and see what that wall was, and
Yeah,
see what we were dealing with.
yeah, I understand. I was just talking about that slope and leaving debris there, so it made sense. So no one can fall down. That's roll down.
Yeah. No, it's currently fenced off there, so, but all safety precautions are put into place for sure.
Counselor Hughes?
Just a quick question. It's got, on this one here, it's got the Northwoods Homes and Renovations Theater Marquee demolition for $8,800. I'm just wondering, have we not already taken care of that?
Yeah, we finally got the invoice and that.
Oh, so we just finally wrote the check for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was done.
And that was covered under funding.
Quite a few months ago, I thought.
Yeah.
And I have another question. The fire museum, those two properties, are they both owned by the town then? Or is the
No, the
one
one
beside
property
the library?
is still owned by a resident taxpayer.
Okay.
And then we own the property where the fire museum was.
Any other questions? No, okay. Oh, sorry.
Stephen, I was just wondering, 80 Creek Gardens gave us, sold us some trees. What kind of trees do they provide?
Actually, that's all. I can get that information to you. I don't remember off the top of my head. There was about 4 or 5 different types of trees that were put in.
Yeah, you could send that over.
I certainly can. I can't remember off the top.
They were beautiful though. Oh, yeah, it's in there.
Oh, any more questions?
I'll get you that. As well as photos of the trees.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah, we were given.
No. All in favor of motion then? Councillor Wilcox in favor?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, carried.
Sorry about you.
And Vice Mayor.
Back.
Her sheet's too low. Did I take yours?
I think you took my agenda.
Yes, I did.
Sorry,
That's okay.
technical glitch. Like, hey, these are minutes, these are, this isn't my agenda. Okay, 13, mayor's report. I don't really have anything prepared for tonight's mayor's report. So, other than to remind people to be respectful of your neighbors, and once again, don't do anything to them you don't want done to you. I don't think I can say that enough times. Anyway, 14, closed meeting, there is none. 15, business arising from closed meeting, there was none. 16, confirmation bylaw. Draft motion, be it resolved that bylaw number 2024-34 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council of the corporation of the town of Cobalt be taken as read a first, second, and third time this 20th day of August 2024. And further, that the said bylaw be signed and sealed by the mayor and clerk. The mover and the seconder, Councillor Anderson, Councillor Starchuk. All in favor? Carried. 17, adjournment. Draft motion. Be it resolved that the regular meeting of council be adjourned at 7:08 p.m. A mover and a seconder, Councillor Wilcox, Councillor Hughes. All in favor? Carried. Okay, thank you.